Alright, so I'm making this video because, well, a lot of my old friends from high school and whatnot have gone to college, and suddenly, because they're sociology professors, think that, that Marxism is cool. So, I just wrote a little thing on the bus about Marxism, and I'm not going to address every part of it, every bit of it, even though there's a lot that I could address. I'm really just going to focus on the central morality of it. So, yeah, this is something I wrote. Please just wait out to the end, because there's a lot to take in here. We must bring on the utopia at any cost. Every day that the utopia does not arrive, more and more of the working class suffer. Every day that the utopia is not here, people will look to their neighbors to find where the oppressors are still operating. First, it's the successful business owners, for they are parasites on the working class. After they're all gone, it's the successful farmers who are oppressing us. They get the spoils of the land which is deserved to all. When all the successful farmers are gone, it's whoever isn't starving. They are then the oppressors. Whoever has more than me is an oppressor. And those who worry for the treatment of the oppressors are obviously oppressors. Eventually, everyone is eaten. But the first to be eaten is the honest and the hard-working. Those who still champion Marxist doctrines as being compassionate to the working class are either ignorant in some manner or have the darkest of intentions. It is not only compassion that motivates the Marxist. It is also a hatred for the oppressor. And why shouldn't he hate them? For they are the root of suffering itself. They are the ones hoarding the utopia for themselves, the faceless and elusive 1%, the powerful and the corrupt that stand on our heads, their fat and gluttonous faces, how they gorge themselves with gold in spite of the starving world. No one can possibly earn what they have, for they have everything. We that work with our hands have been just as virtuous, if not more so, and we have little to nothing to show for it. We deserve what they have, so we will cut them down from their knees, and if they do not comply with that, then we will cut them down from their necks. But is it not your deepest, most desire to have what they have? To live as lavishly as they do? Why destroy the very thing you value most? It's not just a compassion for the oppressed that motivates the Marxist. It's also a Cain-like resentment and hatred for the oppressor. Cain was angry at God for creating such a world where he could sacrifice so much and get nothing in return. And Abel, arbitrarily, was given the ideal life. The universe gave Abel everything he wanted. Cain got furious at the universe itself for being so callously unfair and killed Abel to spite the universe itself. He killed the very thing that he wanted to become most, his greatest value. Because not only was Abel everything that Cain wanted to be, he also represented everything that Cain was lacking. Afterwards, Cain said that no punishment would be enough to ease his pain. Nothing could ease his burning conscience. That very seed of resentment lies at the heart of the Marxist doctrine. And wherever that seed is planted, you can be sure that it will grow until it engulfs and swallows all good intentions that might have once resided. Because the oppressors are not elsewhere. They are in you. We all hold hate in our hearts. And if you do not know where the hate lies, then you are nothing but its puppet. Maybe Marx was wrong about the human condition. Maybe having the economy as your highest value starves the soul. Maybe we will still suffer in the comfort of air-conditioned homes and daily meals. Maybe suffering is due to our limited and imperfect mortal bodies. Or maybe it's worth burning everything in order to achieve equity. Alright, well, now I'm going to read a poem from Karl Marx. By the way, it's called Invocation of One in Despair. So a God has snatched from me my all, in the curse and rack of destiny. All his worlds are gone beyond recall. Nothing but revenge. Nothing but revenge is left to me. On revenge, I'll proudly wreak. On that, Being that enthroned Lord, make my strength a patchwork of what's weak. Leave my better self without reward. I shall build my throne high overhead, cold tremendous shall its summit be. For its bulwark, superstitious dread, for its marshal, black agony. Who looks on it with a healthy eye shall turn back, struck deadly pale and dumb, clutched by blind, chill mortality. May his happiness prepare its tomb, and the Almighty's lightning shall rebound from that massive iron giant. If he bring my walls and towers down, eternity shall rise them up, defiant. And this isn't the only poem like this. The other one that I was thinking about reading legit starts out with saying that, to all, like, everything's been taken, and because of that I will take everything. And then he goes on to pretty much say how he's going to devour God. So, yeah, that's not an anomaly for, well, what Marx likes to talk about. And, well, you can tell me what you think about that poem. The other poem also goes in to talk about how he's going to destroy thrones and then walk through their ashes, so, yeah. Doesn't sound like motivated compassion to me, but, you know. Anyways. So, yeah, well, thank you for listening, and, please go and investigate this stuff yourself. It's very interesting.
And are you that next visionary? I'm glad you said it. Who wrote Ozymandias? Byron? Shelley? When one note is off, it eventually destroys the whole symphony, David.